In this tutorial, we will look at how to manage a user's status within the whole system, within a particular course only, or indeed both situations. This is only possible if you have a minimum of system manager status yourself. First of all, you need to go to the training site at howto.vault17.org and log in as usual to your account. Now that you are logged in, we shall first look at how to give another user the status of System Manager and/or Course Creator. This status may already have been assigned to all teachers at the Corel, and if so, will not be necessary, but can, even so, be checked to be sure. The status of System Manager gives the user this status throughout the site and not just for specific courses. On the left-hand side of the page, select Site Administration in the Administration block, then select Users, Permissions, and finally Assign System Roles. On the page you can see Manager and Course Creator displayed. A manager being a higher status than a course creator, it would not be necessary to give both status to a manager, as they have the same and more capabilities within the system than a course creator. So in this case, we are just going to select Manager. The next page shows us on the left the existing users with System Manager status already assigned, and on the right all other potential users who don't yet have that status. We can assign that status to another potential user by simply selecting that user's name on the right and then clicking the Add button in the middle of the page. We can now see that the selected user has become a system manager with all the related capabilities. We can also remove that user by doing the reverse operation, namely by selecting the user on the right and then clicking the Remove button in the middle of the page. We're now going to look at how to assign different types of status to a user within a specific course. So for this, we must go to our Site Home page by selecting Site Home on the right-hand side of the page in the navigation block. Sorry, I meant to say on the left-hand side of the page in the navigation block. Here we need to select Courses and then select the course in which we want to assign a particular status to a specific user. For example, another teacher with whom we are working on that given course, if they don't already have System Manager or Course Creator status within the whole system itself. So here I'm going to select the only course which exists for the moment, called Using Moodle and Other Development Tools. Then I need to go to the Administration block on the left-hand side of the page and select Course Administration, Users, and Enrolled Users. Normally, all the users concerned by a given course, students and teachers alike, need to be enrolled on that course beforehand, and this is dealt with in another tutorial in the Managing Categories and Courses section in the tutorial entitled Adding Users to a Course. But for the purposes of this present tutorial, you can see that a number of users has already been enrolled and automatically receive student status. We're now going to select one of the enrolled users, for instance Mrs. Berenice Bodie, who we could imagine is in fact another teacher on the course, but who doesn't yet have the relative status. To do this, we need to select the small icon of a head with a small plus sign next to the person's name, which gives us a box entitled Assign Roles. We can see a number of different roles we can assign to that user, which will only be effective for that given course. I could select simply the teacher status here for Berenice, but she would be more limited to manage the course than if she had the course manager status. So I'm going to select course manager for her. We can now see that she has manager and student status on the course. I can also remove any of these by clicking on the cross next to the status name in the roles column, and then confirming by clicking remove. One more useful function for me as a teacher, or higher status, is to be able at any time to enter a user's account directly from this same page by clicking on the user's picture or icon, and in the following page which appears, selecting Log in As in the administration block. When this is done, I can now see in the login bar in the top right hand corner of the page that I'm logged in as that user. I then need to click Continue on the page. Unfortunately, in order to log out as that user, I have to select Log Out in the login bar, top right hand corner, and this logs me out not just of that user's account but also my own. So I have to log in again to my own account from the start. And that ends this tutorial on managing user status.